Congratulations to Emma Wyant for winning the national championship in women's swimming. I don't know the guy who was standing next to you as the winner, but they should have kicked him off the stage. Before we start today's episode, Flora CBD has sponsored this episode. Now I get a lot of questions from people, is this weed? No, it's not weed. It's CBD. It has similar effects minus the high, which is why I like it, because I've never been a dude who likes to smoke weed or sniff weed or whatever the kids are doing nowadays. But for me, it's really great on slowing my mind down when I'm ready to go to sleep, as well as great for recovery from workouts. So there's going to be a 20% discount link below the video. Go try you some. In 2022, we have an amazing opportunity as Americans that really no other nation has, as far as I'm aware of. We'll double check. We live in a country where you can identify as things that you are not. And we need to start taking full advantage of this opportunity. Let me share a little bit. When we are all made in our mothers, okay, we're going to go with that. There's something called chromosomes. Females have 2 X's. Men have an X and a Y. Now look, contrary to popular belief, I didn't just make this up. This has been around longer than Democrats have been screwing up this country, if that's believable. Once you have these, I started circling it. Hang on. Once you have these, meaning that you're born a woman or you're born a male, you can't go into your body and just be like, no, I'll throw one of these out and just maybe do an X and 2 Ys and see what happens. There's a guy out there named Leonard Thomas. Excuse me, Leah Thomas. I like Leonard better. But he now goes by Leah. But the name that he was given at birth was William. Confusing stuff. While we're on the subject of identifying things that can help benefit you in life, let's talk about Leo. Is it William? Let's talk about this guy. William Thomas was ranked 462nd in NCAA for swimming, which, when you think about it, isn't that good. I mean, he's okay. He's swimming in college, but it's not the best in the world, okay? He's not a dolphin. He's not a sperm whale. He sure as hell isn't a sperm whale if he's calling himself Leah. But then William, after 21 years of being a male, having an X and Y chromosome, decided that he kind of sucked as William in swimming. So he took advantage of all of the, how do I say it, dumbasses in the world who think that if you want to be a woman, you can just be a woman, even though you got a set of eggs and sausage down there. And it was accepted. Now, William, or now known as Leah, but not really, is rated number 1 in women's swimming in college. And then William, or Leah, won the national championship. As a guy, I gotta tell you, Leah, it sure takes a lot of balls to stand up there with those women. I don't know, was that too much? Now here are just a few options for everyone to identify as, to make your life more interesting, more fun, more profitable, whatever it is. Let's say that you're a full-grown man and you wanted to be the best Pee-wee football player there ever was. Well, today's your day. Now you can identify as a 10-year-old kid if you can fit into those pads. I'm sure they'll make some for you. And you can have fun just wrecking kids on the football field. I can already see it happening. Whose kid is that? No, dude, that's Aaron's dad. He identifies as a kid now, idiot. Come on, man, get that trophy. This is going to be really important for the people in the military right now who are about to be medically discharged because of your shot and jab status. Y'all can really take this thing pretty far. What does this pandemic not affect? Dogs. Next time your CO calls you in, asks you about what your jab status is, I'm sorry, sir, I now identify as a dog. And dogs are immune to this, so goodbye. How many people out there are a fan of UFC or just fighting in general? Most men don't really make it. Well, today is now your day as well. That's a boxing glove, just so we're all clear. Now you can identify as a woman. And you can go into the UFC and just kick the hell out of some women. Get the UFC world title. As long as you can cut the weight. But, you know, crazier things have been done before. Oh, I forgot, for the military. You have to stay in the military 20 years to retire, right? So let's say you went in at 17 and you've been in for 5 years. That makes you 22 right now. You need another 15 years to retire. Well, commanding officer, it's crazy, but now I identify as a 37-year-old, and I'm gonna retire this year. So, you know, maybe you and the wife can come over, we can have a barbecue, whatever. You see where I'm going with this? And for anyone out there who's saying, well, it's not the same thing, you should really get your brain checked out, because it is the exact same thing. Oh, you want to know if I have guns? I'm sorry, I identify as someone who doesn't own guns. How is that crazier than me trying to identify as a woman and wanting you to believe it? Oh, start time was at 9 a.m. this morning. Where were you? I apologize. I actually identify as being here at 9. I mean, we can literally go on 4 days. This is accepted. I mean, what if all the illegal immigrants who came over this year, 2 years, identify as Americans? So this all may seem like a joke, and it clearly is a joke. But when jokes are made real, and they start benefiting people who are trying to screw people over. For example, a guy who's beating women who have worked at this sport their entire life just because he wants to say he's a woman. So if this is being allowed, I think all of America should start in, and we should just make it one big-ass melting pot of I identify as this. And if you don't accept me for this, then you can't accept him. That's the only way we're gonna get back to, oh, hi. Okay, you're a woman? Okay, let me see what your doctor thinks. Well, your doctor seems to think that just because it's small doesn't mean you're a woman.